Baltimore Ravens at the New England Patriots. As we sit right now, there is 1-3 if you are looking to take the Patriots. It has come off the 3. Actually, 2 3s out there. If you're looking to play the Patriots, there are the rest of the market sitting at 2.5, a total of 44 to 44.5. Injuries of note that we'll be paying attention to here on a Friday. Marlon Humphrey, Marcus Peters, Devin Duvernay, Ronnie Staley were all limited on Thursday for the Ravens. These were actual upgrades from what the practice report showed on Wednesday. For the Patriots, Kyle Duggar, Jacoby Myers, DNPs on Wednesday and Thursday for this Patriot squad. Jalen Mills was added to the injury report as a limited participant on Thursday as well. Never good to get added on a Thursday, and Jalen Mills limited there. Patriots offense, 5.4 yards per play on the season, 19th in EPA per play on the season. And if you remove Jacoby Myers, again, DNP's back-to-back days, this offense is really, really pedestrian when it comes down to it. Steven, this is the family pot game tonight. This is on Sunday. This is the family game. We are all on the Ravens. I'm on Ravens 2.5. You guys took the 3. This to me is just a complete and utter overreaction to the Ravens letting that lead get away. Here is what we know now, whether you want to agree with it or not. This Miami offense is going to put up points. This Miami offense is going to move the ball. The Ravens letting Tua Tagovailoa and his 2 stud receivers go up and down the field is nothing like what is going to happen from the New England Patriots side of things. The New England Patriots don't got them dudes. I've said this I keep saying it, but the Patriots ain't got them dudes. That's not going to happen here. That doesn't matter if these corners are injured or not playing at 100%, because you ain't got a Jalen Waddle on this team. You ain't got a Tyreek Hill on this team. And especially if Jacoby Myers doesn't play, you basically ain't got nobody on this team. And so I am far less concerned with a repeat performance out of this defense from the Ravens that we saw last week against Miami. I think this is a smash spot for this Ravens team. The offense moved the ball on Miami, which, by the way, if you remember, guys, the one hesitancy I had in that game, even though I did have Miami 3.5, I was trying to say that, hey, it's because of the defense that I really liked Miami last week against the Ravens. And so Ravens offense moved. Everything was fine. Devin Duvernay back out there, so you have a secondary receiving option. Steven, love this play this week. Probably my favorite bet in the account.
Let me first start by pointing out the all-time bad take I had last week about a dude, maybe the dude in the league, Lamar Jackson. This brutal take last week. Lamar only had 6 rush attempts. So maybe a little narrative here that, could be false. I fully admit, but he doesn't have that contract yet. Only ran it 6 times week 1. I think it's at least something to look for in future weeks here. I mean, was that a clown take or was that a clown take, man? That was brutal. I come hat in hand. I was extremely lucky to have the Miami Dolphins cover last week, and I'm coming right back on the Baltimore Ravens and Lamar Jackson this week, man. I bet them at -3. I was like, what am I not seeing here when this moved to 2.5 midweek? I thought it was an overreaction to the injury report. You're giving me a team that posted almost 9 yards per play last week against a defense that they historically and recently have had trouble against a defense that the Pats only posted 5 yards per play against the Miami Dolphins. And Lamar's been awesome to start the year. He's been top 5 in drop back EPA and success rate. The Patriots defense is only 26th in pass rush win rate, despite playing poor offensive lines in Miami and Pittsburgh. And, you mentioned the injury report on D. Those guys came back to practice Thursday. It looks like their secondary is going to be pretty good against a wide receiving core, as you mentioned, Matt. That is not Tyreek Hill and not Jalen Waddle. So I don't have many concerns there this week that they're going to get exposed like they were last week. And New England is struggling to be balanced. They are 26th in run block win rate. The Ravens are 5th in run stop win rate. It might be skewed by some bad offensive lines, but still stronger than what the Patriots have done offensively running the ball. So I think it's a total mismatch here. I really do. I'm taking my stand. Yes, it's Bill Belichick. You can throw out the trend that the Ravens and Lamar and Jim Harbaugh have not won in New England. This is not Tom Brady's New England Patriots anymore. And I have all the confidence in the world that Baltimore, after being the first team in a couple of years to post that high of a yards per play and lose is a very good offense that's going to come out strong and motivated to win after they blew a game last week.
Adam, I'm looking, and I mean, look, better offensive line, better defensive line, better quarterback, better playmakers, better backfield. I mean, there's basically, outside of the fact that the game is taking place in New England, dare I even say, better sidelines as well. Listen, I'm not saying Bill Belichick's 157 years old at this point. I think Harbaugh is at least on par with Bill Belichick. And if you want to talk about the coaching staffs as a whole, the Ravens are definitely better than what we've seen from the Patriots so far. Matt Patricia trying to call plays for this Patriots team has worked out splendidly so far. So I can't find any advantage really for this New England team other than the fact that this is taking place in their home stadium. And as we know, home field advantage is worth less than a point these days, basically. And so I think that this Raven squad is certainly every bit a point and a half better than this New England Patriots team. So again, like I said, I'll take the 2.5 all day.
Matt Patricia goes to prove my rule, Matt. And it's a hard and fast rule, not just for betting, but for life. Never trust anybody with 2 first names. You can't do it. It is a big step in the wrong direction with a red flag flying up above. That's why you can't trust Matt Patricia. And that is my hashtag evaluation of this game. Now, when we look at the Baltimore Ravens, just remind yourself, as you guys have mentioned, just remind yourself that the team everyone is salivating over this week, the Miami Dolphins, and we'll get there, they were up 21 points on this team in the fourth quarter. So if you think that much of Miami, if you're going to adjust your priors that much on Miami, then you have to also do it with Baltimore. You get to do one or the other. You don't get to take one team and go one direction, one team the other direction. You have to go with both in that spot. And the one thing that we heard about Lamar Jackson over and over and over again is that he can't throw the deep ball accurately. And the one thing that the Ravens offense has done well through 2 weeks is throw the deep ball accurately. Oh, by the way, Lamar broke a power run up the middle for a 75-plus yard touchdown last week. So what is it really that we're worried about with Baltimore? Is it that they're not running the ball the way that we've seen them do in the past? Okay, well, they're trying to do it with Kenyon Drake. So that's a big part of the problem. J.K. Dobbins has 5 consecutive days of practice coming in here, so you might finally get to see a guy who averaged 6 yards per carry while he was healthy for the Baltimore Ravens in the past. And on the other side, I think you guys nailed it already. I'll just add my voice to the chorus of the one thing you have to worry about with the Ravens with these injuries is that they can't cover anybody with Peters and Humphrey out. And the New England Patriots are not going to be the team to take advantage of that. Even if Jacoby Myers, Nelson Aguilar et al. Are healthy, that's not what they do with Mac Jones. They don't attack deep, especially to the edges. With Mac Jones, they want to beat you in the middle of the field, and I don't think that's something that Baltimore is going to give them at all, especially if they're down their cornerbacks.